There are some breeds that we all just think we know, and the poodle is definitely one of them. But what if I told you that behind that perfectly poofed up exterior, there's a story of rugged hunters and even war heroes? Let's get into the real story of the poodle.
So, quick question for you. When you picture a poodle, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it a pampered pet, a prissy show dog? Go ahead, just lock that image in your mind for a second.
I'm willing to bet it's something a lot like this, right? The super elegant, sophisticated dog that's basically become a symbol of French style, complete with that really iconic haircut. This is the poodle of pop culture for sure, but it's not even close to the whole story.
To really get the poodle, we have to start by correcting a huge misconception about where it's from. Believe it or not, this supposed French icon is actually way more German than it is French.
The first big clue is right there in its name. Poodle actually comes from the German word Poodle, and poodle literally means to splash in water. Now, that is not a name for a dog that's meant to just sit on a fancy velvet cushion. That's a job description. And this job goes way, way back. I mean, we see dogs that look a whole lot like poodles on Roman artifacts from as early as 30 AD. Fast forward a bit to the 1700s, and this kind of dog was known all across Europe as the Great Water Dog. And then in Germany, it became the Pudelhund, which literally means water dog, bred for one main reason: to jump into the water and retrieve birds for hunters. So here's the key takeaway. While France absolutely fell in love with the poodle, and they're the ones who standardized the different sizes we know today, its origins, its very heart, are firmly planted in the marshes and lakes of Germany as a tough, hard-working water retriever.
Okay, so let's tackle the next big myth. That haircut. You know the one. It's so easy to just write it off as pure fashion, something totally pompous. But the truth is, it was designed for function, not for flair. Just look at these two images. On the right, you've got that familiar, elegant show clip. But now look over to the left at this old illustration of a working water dog. You see the similarities, right? That modern haircut isn't just a fashion choice. It's what a practical working uniform evolved into. And this is where it gets really brilliant. The clip was a masterpiece of practical grooming. See those puffs of hair? They're called rosettes, left on the chest and around the joints. That was to protect the dog's vital organs from freezing cold water. Shaving the legs, the neck, and the rear end, that reduced drag so it could swim faster. And that little pom-pom on the tail? It was like a bobbing flag, making it easy for hunters to spot their dog out in the reeds. Okay, so we've established the poodle as a German water retriever with a surprisingly practical haircut. But the resume gets even more intense from here. You might not believe it, but this dog's journey takes it from the marsh straight to the battlefield. I mean, listen to this quote. It's from Napoleon Bonaparte himself. He was walking a battlefield and saw a poodle grieving over the body of its fallen soldier. That just says so much about the breed's incredible loyalty and its long history in military settings, even centuries ago. So what about this number, 32? It seems totally random, I know, but it represents a formal, official recognition of the poodle's amazing capabilities in a much more modern military context. Here's what it is. In 1942, the poodle was one of those 32 breeds that was officially classified as a war dog by the U.S. Army. The military specifically called out its sharp mind and how easy it was to train. These dogs guarded installations, they patrolled coastlines, they proved they were so much more than just a pretty face. So how did this super intelligent, athletic, German water retriever and war dog become the versatile companion that we know and love today? Well, it all comes back to its incredible core traits. This is such a great way to see how the breed evolved. The standard, that's the original, the OG. French breeders then carefully bred it down to create the miniature poodle, which was the perfect size for sniffing out expensive truffles in the woods. And then later, the even smaller toy poodle was developed, and it became this beloved, super portable little companion for French nobility. And that intelligence, that eagerness to please, it never left the breed. Just look at the poodle's resume today. It's astounding. From the show ring to being service animals, guide dogs, therapy animals, excelling in agility sports, they literally do it all. That ancient brain that was bred for really complex tasks makes them one of the most versatile dogs on the planet. So the next time you see a poodle, maybe you'll see a little more than just the haircut. Maybe you'll see a German hunter, a war hero, and an absolutely brilliant mind. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other histories are hidden right there, in plain sight?